All right. Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Today, we are going to be starting off the weekly streams with episode 30, Curse of the Golden Master. So, we will go ahead and discuss this episode here in a minute, but first, I want to give out a few quick disclaimers before the stream actually gets going. I see a bunch of people joining in the chat. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, you guys all had a great weekend. I had a decent weekend, I'd say. Not the best, but I got some stuff done. But yeah, overall, we're going to be talking about the Curse of the Golden Master today. If you guys are just joining us here for the first time, welcome to the streams. In these streams, we usually cover episode reviews Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time. Of course, as I said, the episode review will be the primary focus of the episode, but then we will jump into a Q&A pretty much after. Again, the episode review will not be taking up the entirety of the stream, so just letting you guys know that right there. And obviously, we will be updating this day by day. If there's ever a day where I can't stream, I will let you guys know. Welcome everybody who's joining in the chat. So for these streams, again, we basically just go over the plot, then we cover good and bad stuff about the episode, and then we will actually get into the score, which is going to be the end of the episode review. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. For those of you guys wondering what I have to drink today, just a bottle of water, pretty much the same thing that it's been the past several weeks. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. We'll let the slideshow run in the background, and as I said, we'll talk about the plot and stuff. But yeah, just letting you guys know if you guys had any type of question or comment related to the actual episode at hand, feel free to let me know during the actual review portion. If you just had a generalized question, it might be best to wait until the Q&A section, just because that's going to be a little bit more open to, I guess, random questions. So let's go ahead and get to it. Where's Waffle? She is not here. I don't know where she is. Those of you guys wondering, Waffle is my cat. She usually joins in sometimes for the streams. Sometimes she wanders in the room, but I'm not sure where she is at the moment. So there's a very good chance that she will be making an appearance at some point in the stream. So let's go ahead and get to it. In terms of whether or not we'll be watching the episode, no. Unfortunately, copyright does not allow me to do that here. I've been toying with that a little bit, trying to come up with some type of idea, but from what I've seen so far, there's just been a lot of stuff going on that just doesn't allow me to do that. So apologies for that. Let's go ahead and get to it. So the episode begins with the ninjas return to Ninjago City, and of course everything is blacked out from the last couple of episodes, and they do come across an angry mob pretty much right off the bat, led by the postman. This is kind of like a post-apocalyptic mob. Everyone's mad that there's no power, but then luckily Borg shows up to try to calm them down, and he welcomes the ninja back, and the ninja basically discuss their plan to go into the Ninjago City sewer system and find the Serpentine, because the Serpentine are the prime suspects right now, I guess, towards the identity of the mysterious stranger. So obviously that identity will be revealed in this episode, but for all they know, it's just some random snake. So they got to go down and find the Serpentine's tombs. So they enter the sewer system, but Pixel stays behind. She decides to stay with Cyrus Borg just to help him out with stuff. Obviously, Pixel kind of wants to go with Zane, and there's going to be a discussion later on in the episode where we get a little bit more context about that. So anyway, then we cut to the stranger and the overlord basically discussing their next point of plan. They need more power for the Nindroids, and they need more Electro Cobra. Luckily, they have a solution to that. The local aquarium actually has a lot of Electro Cobra that they can steal, and that'll lead into a, I guess, plot point later on. This episode overall has a lot of things going on. Lloyd and Garmadon, meanwhile, are navigating Hiroshi's labyrinth, trying to stay hidden while also trying to find the jewel of Hiroshi's labyrinth, if you will, which is just like a beautiful scene. So they find that later on in the episode. The ninja basically enter down to the sewer systems. They come across Scales, who has a son, so that's fun. Scales has been a little busy since we saw the Serpentine last, and this is basically the big reintroduction into the Serpentine. We basically see how they've been living. They've kind of sworn off coming up to the surface at this point. They've kind of, I guess, stayed within the sewer systems. They haven't been a whole lot, I guess, active above the ground. So Scales, of course, has just returned with groceries, and the ninja basically find themselves invading on a very happy Serpentine, I guess home here. It's obvious that the Serpentine had want nothing to do with with the ninja, nothing to do with Ninjago. So it is kind of fun to see them. But they do explain to the ninja the curse of the Golden Master, which of course is one of the reasons as to why the ninja went down there in the first place. The Serpentine can't help physically, but he can help with, they can't help with backstory, obviously. So they explain the curse of the Golden Master, which is, I guess, a prophecy stating that the Overlord will rise up again. So that's fun. It's kind of like a Serpentine prophecy, if you will. will, but obviously the ninja think that they're talking about Lloyd, obviously going evil with his golden power, but as we know as fans, that's clearly not the case here. Meanwhile, Dareth is actually with the students at the aquarium. Dareth is the substitute teacher, and we know that that can only go well. But yeah, Dareth is, I guess, taking the kids on a tour, and a bunch of stuff happens, basically. The stranger appears trying to gather electrocobra, and the aquarium floods, and a shark tries to eat the students, but Dareth wards off the shark, because of course he is the ultimate brown ninja, master of animals, or whatever. I don't even know what you would call that power. But yeah, obviously it's just a coincidence. I thought it would have been extremely funny if the shark would have eaten Dareth, but unfortunately we didn't get that. But the shark runs away, basically, but the stranger and the overlord have what they want. They have all of the electrocobra, which is what their goal was. So yeah, Dareth was harassing the students. Yeah. That's a very good way of saying that. But yeah, anywho, after that debacle, the Ninjaroids attack the tomb, basically all powered up now. Cyrus, Borg, and Pixel kind of see that on the monitor, and again, there's a little bit of a conversation beforehand where Borg and Pixel actually discuss Pixel's freedom and how she doesn't really belong to anyone, but instead she can choose what she wants to do and who she wants to be. So that's a sweet little conversation there. I enjoyed that. But anyway, the Ninjaroids attack the Serpentine tomb. The ninja decide to fight them off, so that's fun. We get a little bit of a battle in the Serpentine tomb between the ninja and the overlord, and the snakes decide to stay out of it, though there's too much conflict going on. But they do, I guess, recognize, a Serpentine that is fond of using electrocobra. Immediately after the fight gets done, they explain to the ninja who that is. So obviously that'll lead into the stranger's identity being shown off in a little bit here. Meanwhile, Lloyd and Garmadon try to make their way through the labyrinth, but they are attacked by Wu and the evil Ninjaroids as well. So Garmadon decides to take on Wu, pretty much commenting on how Wu and Garmadon always seem to be on opposite sides, which is true. While Lloyd, I guess, tries to take off from the Ninjaroids. He doesn't really want to fight, obviously, because he can't, so he just decides to run using his new golden cycle, so that's cool. Lloyd basically executes a chase throughout the jungle. There's a lot of cool dynamic shots here with the Ninjaroids and Lloyd, but he manages to make it all the way to the edge, all the way to the cliff, where it's revealed that the Ninjaroid mech dragon has captured Garmadon, along with, they have got Wu there, and of course the Overlord is there as well. Garmadon basically tells Lloyd to run, but Lloyd decides to stay and fight. Big mistake on Lloyd's part. He immediately gets captured by the stranger, who then reveals himself to be Pythor. So there we go. Finally, the big Pythor reveal. It's finally here. There's a shiny Hypnobrai. Yeah, the pink one. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, the shiny Hypnobrai is a big thing, so that's fun. But yeah, Pythor is revealed to be the stranger, which of course we all knew, but for the time it was actually a pretty shocking reveal. I remember being quite surprised by this, but Pythor of course has white skin, he's got a new look, he was unfortunately bleached during the Great Devour incident, so obviously that explains the white scale. But basically, Lloyd is now captured, and the Overlord has no use for Garmadon, so tosses him overboard. And Garmadon basically swears that he will find Lloyd again, but now Lloyd is captured, meaning that his golden power will be extracted, and the Overlord could become physical again. So that's going to do it for the plot. This episode had a lot of things going on. The ninja basically went to exposition camp with the Serpentine. They kind of explained a little bit more about the backstory of the Golden Master and kind of explained what was about to come. Meanwhile, Lloyd and Garmadon were kind of, I guess, evading the Ninjaroids, if you will, but unfortunately for them, they didn't do it well enough. So let's get into some good and some bad stuff here. First of all, good, the Overlord history and the first Ninjutsu Master, all of that was explained. Again, it is kind of an exposition dump, but overall, I feel like they did a great job of explaining things. I feel like overall, the ninja, I guess, paid attention to that. They know what's going on now, so they will be more prepared for the next few episodes along with us, because we know what's going on. The Serpentine are back, obviously, and that's a big thing. We have not seen them since Season 2, so that was pretty fun, seeing the snakes back and seeing what they've been up to. Obviously, they've kind of sworn off being evil. They've sworn off, I guess, doing evil things up on the surface. They kind of sworn off the surface in general, so they all have families down underneath in the tomb, so that's fun. It was kind of nice to see where they were, and it was kind of cool seeing the ninjas' reactions to that. So meanwhile, the Lloyd and Garmadon fight in the maze is interesting. Garmadon, of course, takes on Wu, and Lloyd tries to run through the maze on his bike. That was a pretty fun scene. I really enjoyed the bit where Lloyd was trying to evade the flying Ninjaroids. That was really well done. fun. Overall, it made for a nice scene, and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time watching it. Even rewatching it, it was pretty fun. Rewatching these episodes have always been, a treat, so it's always nice to see scenes like that come in and actually add some type of dynamic to it. So, meanwhile, I do need to touch on Pixel. Pixel was actually done really well in this episode. Again, there's a lot of stuff going on in this episode, but Pixel's focus is something that I do have to mention because I do appreciate it. I do like how Borg kind of sat Pixel down and he's like, you can be whoever you want, you can be with whoever. Obviously, you don't belong to anybody, which I feel like is important for Pixel to hear because she knows that she's a little bit more independent now, so that's fun. But I really enjoyed that dynamic. I love how she appreciates Zane. Obviously, there's a little bit of a connection going on there, so that's cute. I do think that they are very cute together, so obviously I'm excited to see where this goes. Pythor being revealed as well was a big thing. That was pretty much the big shocker of this episode back in the day when it aired. Pythor was the stranger the whole time. Obviously, to be expected, there were several hints and clues, I guess, related to Pythor being the stranger. For example, obviously the scale being serpentine, the fact that the stranger can turn invisible on command. That's something that Pythor was known for, obviously. So all the setup was there, but when he was revealed, it was still kind of shocking. I feel like the hints and clues were kind of placed throughout the episode, and some people might have caught on to that, but those people that didn't, I guess, were a little bit more surprised by that. So either way, I thought it was a shocking reveal. They revealed it in the credits, yeah, obviously, but some people weren't around for the credits. So when I was a kid, I know I sure didn't stay for the credits, so it was kind of, I guess, shocking to see that reveal still. Meanwhile, the snake's return, as I mentioned earlier, that was kind of humorous, and the battle in the tomb is also something to be touched on as well. We're kind of jumping all over the place here, but to be fair, the episode did the same thing. So obviously, the tomb is interesting. It's nice to see what the snakes have done with it, and overall, it was a nice return there. So let's go ahead and get to the bad. I do have a few things to talk about in terms of negativity. Not too much, but I do feel like the petty insults between Jay and Cole this episode kind of got annoying. They were kind of funny at first, but then they just kept on going. Obviously, Cole and Jay are still continuing their rivalry from the last couple of episodes. Of course, they both want Nia's affection, but overall, I just don't like how they kept on insulting each other like that. I understand why they did it, but at the same time, it's annoying to listen to, and it's just like, guys, just stop, just make up and be friends. But honestly, I thought that was kind of obnoxious. Did have to mention that. And some people might argue that there's a little bit too much exposition this go round. Obviously, the Curse of the Golden Master story takes up a few minutes of the episode, and it's just basically explaining how the Overlord will kind of come back again. So that's fun. But yeah, overall, I really thought that there was a little bit too much. I would have liked to have seen that story be shortened a little bit. The only thing that the ninja do in the Snake Tomb is listen to that story and fight off some ninjroids, which I guess is the best that they can do, considering how this season is not about the Serpentines. So I felt like their return was handled extremely well. And the only plot point pretty much that matters is that Lloyd is captured here. That's basically the only thing that's happened. Obviously, the ninja learn a little bit more about Pythor and the Serpentine and the Golden Master, but the main thing that happens here is that Lloyd is captured, and there's a lot that goes into that, some of which is good, but some of which is a little too exposition heavy, like I said earlier, and overall it doesn't create that much imbalance. I still feel like this episode is very good overall. I just have to go ahead and mention a few things that kind of bothered me, kind of irked me a little bit. I'm confused. I thought the Elemental Master made the snakes go down in the tombs. I think that was before. I think they're referring to the fact that they just decided to go down into the tombs after the Great Devourer incident. So, of course, obviously they didn't choose to go down there. They went down there looking for some type of power, but unfortunately got captured by the Stone Army and kind of locked in there. So I think their prophecy is referring to like really recent events, which is kind of strange. But overall, yeah, this episode is weird. It's fine. It's good. It's a lot of stuff. This episode's got a lot of things going for it, but overall, I felt like it was a pretty good watch. It was a treat to revisit again. So for a final score, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. Took off 1.5 points for a few things that I thought were a little annoying. What tribe is Clancy and Asphira? Clancy is a hybrid between a couple of tribes, I think, and Asphira is part of the Pyro Viper tribe, because apparently that's been a tribe this whole time. But let's go ahead and see what you guys have for scores. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of my water while you guys type scores, and we'll see what we come up with as a group. Got a couple 10s, couple 8s, I see. 8.5, 7. Yeah, so pretty, I guess pretty, not so much mixed scores, but more like, towards the higher levels. So I haven't really seen anyone go below a 6, unless I'm mistaken or blind, which very well could be true. 10 out of 10, 7.5. Scales got busy, 10 out of 10. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, in terms of the pink hypnobrai, I don't know about that. I'm not sure if that's just like a thing. Um, but yeah, I don't know, because we've never had that before, so it's kind of strange. 9 out of 10, 7.7. Very nice. Someone tell me where I can watch Ninjago season 7. You can go ahead and check it out on Netflix, or I think Hulu has it too, don't they? Um, but yeah, overall pretty standard scores, I'd say. So yeah, that'll just about do it for the Curse of the Golden Master episode review. Tomorrow we will return with episode 31. I can't really recall what that is at the moment, but I will check it out tonight. Watch it, take some notes for it in preparation for tomorrow's stream. So that'll pretty much do it for the review. Of course, that doesn't do it for the stream though, because we got a lot of time to fill. So we're gonna spend some time talking about random stuff in the Q and the A section, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited for. Pyroviper mixed with Hypnobrai made it pink. Could be. Again, the mystery of the pink Hypnobrai isn't something that I actually have like knowledge on necessarily. I just don't think it was ever explained. Whatever happened to Chen's Island? It's still there. Chen is obviously still, dead, but the actual island itself is still there. I have a feeling it will return at some point in Ninjaga's future. Maybe it's the island that the ninja are going to be on in season 14. Could be. Um, but yeah, so now it's time to open it up for any type of question, um, just anything. Isn't Asphyra a special type of Hypnobrai? From what I recall, I thought she was just like a member of like that specific Pyroviper tribe, but I'm not so sure. Honestly, Asphyra's backstory is kind of fuzzy. Ninjago CMS 2020. That could be fun. I honestly feel like Ninjago could use a collectible minifigure series. We've had one, of course, for the movie, but overall, I honestly feel like we could use one for the 10th anniversary. That could be fun. I would like one, and I know a lot of you guys would like that too. So obviously, it's something that is very much desired by the community. So um, new design Lloyd with green or black eyes. I like the green eyes. I think that adds a lot to his character. I think that actually, I guess, adds a little bit more. So I prefer the green eyes, honestly. I think the black eyes are fine. I honestly don't hate the black eyes, but the green eyes I feel like is a lot better. So we need Golden Dareth. No, we do not. If they make Golden Dareth, I will do something bad to that figure. I will destroy it, put it in the toaster or something. Don't put it in the toaster. It's probably not a good idea. Lance the Gamer 250 with the $1 donation. Thank you very much for that. Always appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a really active stream member. Thank you very much. Do I have the Lego Ninjago movie slides? I do not. I do have screenshots though for the movie, so I very well could add them. If that's something that you guys want to see, let me know. I can write it down and add it after the stream, and maybe we can actually do that tomorrow because I do have screenshots for it. So, um, yeah, for the Ninjago movie, I honestly really like it. It's just not something that I feel like is all that bad. A lot of people don't like it, but you know. um, Golden Brown Ninja Dareth Legacy. No, we do not need that. Will Legacy have Pixel? I feel like they should make a Legacy Pixel. I'm surprised we haven't had that yet, honestly, but I feel like that might come later on. Not this wave, obviously, but maybe in the summertime we can get Legacy Pixel. I just feel like that's something that we should have gotten before that we don't have yet. It's kind of weird. So, why was Pythor's voice different when he first revealed his identity? A few possibilities. Either he was using a voice changer, or his voice is just kind of raspy like that, obviously from being digested by the Devourer. But his voice is normal in future episodes, so yeah, I'm not sure about that. My best bet is that maybe he was just using a voice changer, which is kind of, obvious if he was trying to, I guess, conceal his identity, if you will. Lloyd becomes Rambo in season 14. Absolutely. How am I going to spend Christmas? I'm going to my family's cabin where we're going to hang out for a couple days and whatnot. There's not really a lot of internet up there. We have very limited internet. So, in terms of whether or not I'll be posting a lot, could be, but obviously we're not going to be streaming. Um, have really good video suggestions. Should I send it to your email or tell you? If you guys wanted to send me video suggestions, very rarely do I take viewer requests, but my email's in the description always. That's probably the best way to get in contact with me. Otherwise, like a DM on Instagram or Twitter works too. But obviously, there's a lot that I have to sift through during the day, so if I don't get back to you in time, apologies. But there's just a lot that I have to go through during the day. Lots of messages, lots of, because a lot of people are doing the same thing. So, but yeah, if you guys want to get in contact with me, the email is probably the best bet. That is going to be in the description. Dareth ruined Kai and Skyler kiss. I know, and that's why I hate him. It's because he ruined that moment. We almost had a moment. It was awful. What's the next Ninjago minifig you want? To a minifig like a minifigure that I would like to see be physical. In terms of characters, I think we should get the form lady from the Tournament of Elements, Shamil, however you want to pronounce her name, Shaquille O'Neal. We need her as a figure so we can actually complete the Elemental Alliance. I think she's the last one we need, so I wouldn't mind seeing her actually become a figure later on. Favorite Marvel movie? The first Iron Man is still my favorite. There's not a whole lot that can, I guess, top that for me. Endgame got close though. Like Endgame, I'm gonna be the basic person here. Endgame was pretty good. It's easily up there for me, but I don't think that it tops the first Iron Man. Have I seen any of the new Ninjago sets at my local stores? No, and I've been hunting for a few days now. I went to Target last night just out of curiosity because I've seen that the Overlord Dragon has been appearing at Target. So I was like, ooh, okay, let me go to Target and check out and see if I can find the Overlord Dragon. But no, I hardly found anything. The entire like toy and Lego section was raided, which is obviously, that makes sense because it's almost Christmas. People are buying out a lot of stuff. But it was kind of ridiculous because it's like, okay, there's not only not the Overlord Dragon, there's nothing. There's like nothing here, which is kind of strange. But no, I didn't find anything. So um, looks like Lloyd has a crush on, or Nia has a crush on Lloyd in the movie. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know what that would do, as that never really was explored. But yeah, I would agree with that. Was Dave the Departed sort of an anniversary special? I feel like that was just like a Halloween special more than anything. But I can see that, I can kind of understand why some people would see it as an anniversary special. Black Widow got canceled, like canceled, or just pushed back? Because I know it's been pushed back like a lot. And honestly, like Black Widow isn't really something that I'm looking forward to. So, I honestly don't mind. I can wait for that. Black Widow is just not something that I am looking forward to. I'm most looking forward to the new Spider-Man movie, the Hawkeye show, and I think that's about it. I also really am looking forward to Fantastic Four. That's going to come out soon. So I'm excited for that. I want to play Fortnite. No, I've never played Fortnite in my life. Which villain do you think is the most dangerous? Yeah, Nadakon's pretty cool. Infinite Wishes, yeah. Obviously, I feel like it's just the Overlord just by default. Um, but it just depends on the villain. Obviously, Moro is extremely dangerous. So yeah, they are making a new Spider-Man. It's going to come out December of next year, so we basically got to wait like a full year now for the new Spider-Man. But I think it's going to be good. Um, there's a lot of rumors rather that they're going to include like a whole bunch of different Spider people from different dimensions and stuff. They're going to have Toby come back, Andrew's coming back. It's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to the new Spider-Man, honestly. Falcon and Winter Soldier, yes, I'm looking forward to that too. But I think I'm most looking forward to Hawkeye. I feel like that show's going to be awesome. Why is Shadow of Ronin not canon? I feel like there's just too much stuff going on in Shadow of Ronin to, I guess, say that it is canon. There's too many inconsistencies. There are too many plot holes to actually make it a canonical story. So I feel like that's why. WandaVision, not so much. Honestly, WandaVision I could do without. I'm kind of curious to see what it's all about, but judging from what I've seen so far from trailers and stuff, it's just not something that I personally am looking forward to. So, um, but yeah, the Loki show looks fun too. Like the Loki show looks crazy, so I'm excited for that. But WandaVision, I don't know. There's just not a whole lot about WandaVision that I enjoy necessarily. Toby's the best Spider-Man. Yeah, he's all right. Controversial opinion, I'd say Toby's probably my least favorite, just personally. As I take a sip of my water. But obviously, none of them are bad. I would very much love to see all of the live action Spider Men together in one movie. That'd be awesome. So I hope that that happens. I hope that's true. And I hope that Spider Man 3 is awesome. But again, we gotta wait like a full year for that still. So not super excited. And in terms of like the Star Wars stuff, I've been caught up with all the stuff that they announced, but there's just not a lot that I guess prefer from Star Wars, if you will. The Mandalorian is fine. I really like the Mandalorian so far from what I've seen, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch any of these other shows. They announced a lot of stuff, and it's just not something that I'm excited for. All the Marvel stuff I'm excited for, yeah. Um, Gwen Stacy from Amazing Spider-Man, yeah. I hope she comes back too. There's been rumors that Emma Stone is going to come back and play that role again in the new Spider-Man movie. Hope that's true, because you could always pluck her from another dimension and have her be like Spider-Gwen. So I'd be down with that. That looks awesome. Shut up about Marvel. Nah. The Q&A stuff's kind of open towards everything. It's not like specifically Ninjago related. We already did the Ninjago section. In terms of pictures, we can switch it up a little bit. Let's switch to season 13 because that's awesome. DC's better than Marvel. I feel like DC has like a few better characters, but overall I prefer Marvel. Again, I don't want to start that debate, but I honestly just don't think it's that wrong. It's like you can like what you like, and who cares kind of thing. I ship Pixane. Yeah, I do too. Pixel and Zane are cute together. um, but yeah, do I think Kai and Skyler will have a deeper relationship soon? I feel like they should bring Skyler back, man. Like, it's been a while since we've seen her, and they can always bring her back for more development, and I honestly feel like she should have been a ninja. I've said that multiple times, but I'll say it until the day I die, man. Skyler should have been a ninja. She should have taken that ninja spot as opposed to Nia. Nia could be Samurai X still, and Skyler could be the sixth ninja. That'd be fun. I'd prefer that. But that's not what happened. So, rest in spaghetti. um, haven't watched season 13, so spoilers. All these pictures are from the trailers, though, so there's not too many spoilers in here. They're all from trailers and such, so there's nothing from like actual episodes in here. So anyone else just watch Endgame and skip right to the end battle? I do that all the time. Whenever I'm bored, I just switch to like the end because that whole ending scene is like 50 minutes long. It's almost like a movie in and of itself. So I can sit there and watch it and just be awesome, or just be like awed by it rather. I don't be awesome, Jesus. But it's awesome to watch it. Just watch Endgame. It's cool. Which dragon would I like to have as a pet? I think Rocky's cute. I'd like Rocky, Cole's original dragon. That's awesome. Talks about Nia having a crush on Lloyd in the movie, and then puts an image of Harumi. Yeah, Harumi and Lloyd are gonna fight, or Harumi and Nia are gonna fight for Lloyd. So that'll be fun. Season 14 confirmed. What Ninjago suit is the worst? Some of the spinner specific suits aren't all that great. They are just, I guess, kind of weird, especially like suits like the Spinjitzu Masters. Those are always really strange. The Dragon Master suits, I don't really care a whole lot for. Just like some of these specific spinner sets and minifigures, I just don't like because they're just kind of mashed up. I'd say my least favorite are these Spinjitzu Masters. Do you like Mr. E or Harumi? I like both of them, but I like Mr. E a little more. I feel like he's a more interesting character than Harumi is, just because we haven't really seen a lot of his backstory. He's still like a mystery, if you will. Have I seen Pirates of the Caribbean? I've seen the first one. I didn't really care for it, so I haven't really checked out the other ones personally. But I know they are very popular. Season 14, Jay and Nia go through divorce. Wow, that'd be an interesting story. They kind of did that in season 3, so I wouldn't mind seeing that again. Who's the Vengestone buyer? The Vengestone buyer, we don't know. It could be anyone, really. There's just a lot of things in Ninjago that don't really specifically point to anybody being the Vengestone buyer, so it could be anyone at this point. We don't have an exact answer, but we certainly have theories, and I've certainly made some videos about certain theories regarding who the Vengestone buyer is. So, am I excited for the Fantastic Four? Yes, absolutely. I feel like that's going to be awesome now that we can actually give it to a competent studio that knows what they're doing and won't mess it up. So I'm excited for that. Pixel becomes a ninja. She could, but I feel like right now she's a little bit more, I guess, comfortable as a samurai. I personally enjoy her more as a samurai. I feel like she does a better job as Samurai X. And obviously, she's still like a ninja ally, but she's not specifically a ninja necessarily. So do I know why season 11 and 13 had 11-minute episodes instead of 22 minutes? I think that's just because they changed over studios. Obviously, after March of the Oni concluded, Ninjago changed studios into a different studio from season 11 onward. So I feel like that was the change that kind of made the episodes a little shorter in runtime. At least that would make sense to me. I don't feel like that's a bad thing, though. I feel like overall they get the job done. But obviously, there's just like still a few, I guess, people that have to get used to it yet, but that's perfectly fine. It's all up to your own opinion, but I feel like that was just because of a studio change. Bring back Kai's smile. Sure. Will I reveal my face ever? My face has been out there for a lot of different stuff, like for videos and stuff like that. You could just Google TannerFishies face and you'll find it. So it's not like I haven't been out there. It's just like for my videos right now, I just don't really feel the need to show it. And even for the streams necessarily, I don't really feel like I need to show it. I certainly could, and some of you guys have asked, but maybe for the 10th anniversary stream that I'm planning. For those of you guys that don't know, I am planning to do a 10-hour live stream on the 10th anniversary. So hopefully that works out. I would very much like to do that, but maybe I'll reveal my face there, or not reveal it, but have it in the face cam if that makes sense. So just kind of toying with a few ideas still. So have I ever thought about making my own Ninjago concepts? Yeah, right now I'm actually writing a mock screenplay, if you will, for like a big Ninjago conclusion. So I certainly am dabbling in the fan fiction realm a little bit, coming up with some new ideas. I have some ideas for season 15 too. Like I've been kind of thinking about how like an underwater season would work if it does turn out to be Nia's season. I've been having like a few ideas about that. Maybe giving the ninja some type of breathing apparatus or something like that. That could be cool. We haven't really seen that in Ninjago before, so maybe that could be something fun that they can do. Yeah, 10 hours. I'm planning on doing a 10-hour live stream for the 10th anniversary, which I'm also planning on having like a couple of different activities in there too. Obviously, it's not going to be just Q&A the entire time. I have a few things going on that I would like to do, so I got some plans for it. I feel like it's going to be exciting. Obviously, we still have a few more weeks to go until that happens, and I have a few more weeks of planning things out, so should I save 100 kids or $100? That's up to you, man. You can do whatever you want. Um, I think one of the kitties are here. Oh, but it's not Waffle. It's Momo, one of my other cats. Yeah, we got 3 cats running around the apartment. Sometimes they come in here during the streams, and sometimes they don't. Momo's in here right now, so that's cool. Who's ready for Christmas break? Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Christmas. I feel like as Christmas comes closer, maybe I'll get a little bit more into the Christmas spirit. It's just like as of right now, it's just kind of been a little lacking for me still. In terms of whether or not I've been to Kohl's to find some of the new sets, yeah, I went there last week. I might go there again this week. Hadn't had any luck last time, so maybe I'll take another trip again later today. Kohl's is only like maybe like a 15-minute drive away, so it's not terrible. But if I don't find anything, and then it's kind of weird because obviously it's just it was just kind of a wasted trip because I don't really shop at Kohl's regardless. The only reason I'd go there is just for the new sets. Best Ninjago girlfriend. I like Pixel and Zane together. I feel like they make the best ship. My personal favorite ship is Jay and Nia, but I feel like objectively Zane and Pixel are a better couple overall. I'd say Pixel, yeah. Pixel's probably the best Ninjago girlfriend, I'd say. There's no Kohl's in my city, so I can't go. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, but if you guys have a Target as well, some of the sets have also been appearing at Target. Like people have found the Overlord Dragon at Target. People have found the Titan Mech at Target. So yeah, definitely check out Target stores if you guys live near a Target. But obviously, take precautions, be safe, wear a mask, social distance, that kind of stuff. That should go without saying at this point. I love season 12 Prime Empire. Yeah, I did too. In fact, we can switch to it. Prime Empire was pretty good. Very unique, very awesome season overall. There's not really anything like it. I want the Overlord set. Yeah, me too. The Overlord Dragon is going to be a great set when that comes out. I'm excited. Am I getting any Christmas presents? I'm not sure. I know I've gotten a lot of Christmas presents so far from my roommate. Me and her kind of trade off presents a lot. So we've been getting each other presents for a while here. So that's been fun. But in terms of like from my parents and stuff like that, I have no idea. Maybe. I'm just going there to hang out, you know? What's my favorite McGuffin in Ninjago? Let's see. I really like the elemental blades. I like the jade blades. I like the golden weapons. Obviously, not the new remade golden weapons. I like the original one. The original golden weapons. Those were fun. But yeah, if I had to pick could a MacGuffin be a person in the future? Yeah, absolutely it could. A MacGuffin can be anything, like just by definition. It doesn't have to be an item. It could very well be a person. Like if the ninja are trying to save a person before like the villains get to them or something, and that actually drives the plot forward. Yeah, that person would count as a MacGuffin. So yeah, they could definitely do that. Do I think the Time Twins became babies with Wu after being lost in time? I'm not sure, but that would be funny. If like a Chronix and Crux became like little twin babies, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, we just don't know. We're not, I guess, too sure of where Chronix and Crux are right now. There's just not a lot of, I guess, evidence to suggest where they went. So as far as I'm concerned, and as far as anyone's concerned, they're just kind of lost in time right now still. So kind of sucks, but just overall, it's just something that we have to deal with. That's just kind of the fact. Your McGuffin video is very good. Well, thank you very much. I worked hard on that one. It's nice to know that some people enjoy the videos. I've been getting like a few kind of strange comments lately talking about how like I upload way too much, which I guess for some people, yeah, that could be concerning. But if you guys haven't really checked out my video this morning, I uploaded a video talking about why I upload so much. So in case you guys want to know the reason as to that and want to learn a little bit more backstory regarding my channel and my videos, check out that video. I put it up on the channel earlier this morning. But yeah, I guess the bottom line of it is if you guys, I guess, are a little bit, I guess, uncomfortable with all of the uploads that I do per day, the simple answer is just, to not watch my content. I mean, it's just kind of that simple. But overall, I feel like a lot of people enjoy like the multiple uploads per day. Obviously, we try to keep things consistent. We try to stream as much as we can. So I don't know. It feels like for the most part, people really enjoy it. So I'm not stressing out about it too much. It was just kind of awkward, I guess. So, but yeah, definitely check out that video if you guys haven't seen it, the video that I put up today. Do I look at Ninjago fan art? Yeah, of course. I feel like Ninjago fan art is very, very cool. A lot of it's very awesome. Kind of presenting Ninjago in alternate art styles, that's really fun. I like multiple uploads per day. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I spend a lot of time working on videos per day. So obviously, if I spend maybe like 8 hours a day working on content, which is basically the norm at this point, I can afford to put out like multiple videos a day because if it takes a couple of hours to make a video, then just I can put it up. So that's fun. Some people argue like the quality over quantity thing, but I feel like my videos are kind of good enough. I mean, there's just like not a lot that I can honestly improve with like the limited resources that I have. And obviously it's not like I'm made of money, so it's not like I can go out and just buy new equipment whenever I feel the need to. So I feel like as of right now, I feel like I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing, and I'm glad that a lot of you guys like it. So I feel like overall the videos are very consistent in terms of quality. There's not really any that I like enjoy more than others, if you will. All of them are really good. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I appreciate you guys tuning in, liking my stuff, commenting, sharing it. It's amazing. So thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. What's my favorite book? If we're not counting manga or anything like that, my favorite actual like book is probably The Great Gatsby. I had to read it for school and I fell in love with it. I thought it was really cool. And even the movie adaptation of that book is fine. I know a couple of people maybe have read The Great Gatsby for like high school and stuff like that. So let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But the movie adaptation also isn't too bad. Like the one with Leo, that's actually not a terrible movie. I actually quite like it. Um, have I ever seen the 18 plus Ninjago fan art? Can't say for sure. I just see what's on Twitter. So if there's something on Twitter that's a little bit raunchy, then that's kind of unfortunate. But for the most part, I feel like Ninjago fans do a really great job at, I guess, presenting a lot of their fan art. I feel like Ninjago fan art is really good overall. Cole or Skyler. I think Cole's a better character just because he's been around longer and has more development, but I feel like Skyler has the most potential to, improve and evolve as a character moving on. Peyton List as Spider-Gwen? No, I would very much like to see Emma Stone. I'm not a fan of Peyton List. Baby Yoda versus Baby Root versus Baby Woo. Dude, let's get them all in a ring. Let's have them fight. We can make them all fight, right? Who would win in that? I honestly feel like I don't know. I honestly feel like Baby Woo could, he likes to throw wrenches, so he's got a pretty good chance against the other two. Yeah, Great Gatsby's. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a really good book. I have it on the shelf there. It's one of my favorite like actual books of all time. Like I don't read a lot of books, but that's pretty good. I read a lot of manga though. I got a lot of manga. Why does Kai's hairpiece look like a tower? It's a good question. I'm not sure. I feel like he just uses hair gel to make his hair as tall as humanly possible. Let's go ahead and switch up the background image. I'll switch to season 10. Do I wear my mask in my car? No, because there's no reason to. In my opinion, there's no reason to wear your mask in a car. I wear masks pretty much as soon as I step out of the car. And say if I'm going into like a store or something, when I leave the car to when I come back to the car, that mask is always on. But no, if I'm in my car by myself, I don't need to wear a mask. It's like that's just not something that I know why some people do it, but it's just not something that I personally do. Favorite anime, either Clanad or Toradora. Those two are really good. Very sad, but very good. When is Ninjago City Gardens coming out? I thought the rumor was February at this current moment in time, but to be fair, I am very, very, very nervous for that Ninjago Gardens set. I really just don't want it to be connected to the other two Ninjago movie sets. I honestly just want it to be its own thing because it's supposed to be a 10th anniversary set, and if they tie it into the Ninjago movie, I just don't. I'm just not going to like that very well. I want it to be a 10th anniversary set dedicated to the show. For those of you guys wondering what the Ninjago City Gardens is, that's a set that's rumored to be coming out for the 10th anniversary of Ninjago. It's going to be a huge $300 set to celebrate the 10th anniversary, but there are a lot of rumors that they are going to tie it in with the Ninjago movie sets and kind of make it like a third entry to that. You know, we had the Ninjago City, we had the Ninjago City docks from the Ninjago movie, and there's rumors that this is going to be the third part, which I really hope it's not, man. I would very much just like to see an independent set, you know. So if it is, I'm probably, you know, not going to get it, if we're being honest. If it can stand on its own, then yeah, I will get it, but I don't know. It would definitely ruin the appeal to me, you know. How'd you feel about the Ninjago movie, but with the ninjas' voices? Oh, like the real ninjas' voices, like from the show? I feel like that could work. I feel like that would make a lot less people angry. But I understand why they didn't, I guess, include the TV show voices into the Ninjago movie. Obviously, since it's a movie, they want to actually include like some actual not like, you know, actual actors, because the voice actors are actual actors, but you know what I'm saying, like bigger Hollywood names, if that makes sense. So obviously they got like a little bit bigger people to play the ninja for the movie, which is to be expected. It's not supposed to be connected to the show, so it can be its own thing. But obviously, the show maintained a lot of the same voice actors over several years, so I got to give props to the show for that. They're all great at what they do. They're all tremendous voice actors. How much do I earn from YouTube? It just kind of depends on the month. Usually, month to month, it's not the same rate. You usually just get paid depending on how well your videos do during that month. So, obviously, in December, it's a little bit more. In case you guys don't know, in December, YouTubers get paid a little bit more because of all the Christmas ads coming out. Um, so, I have seen what I've been getting paid this month, and I don't want to give an exact number, but you know, it's comfortable. It's going to keep me alive. It's going to keep me eating, and it's going to keep me afloat. So I'm happy about that. Very thankful that I get to use YouTube as a platform that I can actually, you know, use as a career. It's awesome. So, and I only have you guys to thank for that. So thank you very much for letting me do my dream job. Thank you very, very much. Could I do a rank video of all the Ninjago set waves from least favorite to most favorite? I know I've done that in the past, but I haven't done that recently. So yeah, I totally could do that. I will write it down on the list of stuff to do. This is also a good thing about doing live streams too, because I get to interact with you guys and actually take suggestions. um, so yeah, I don't know. It's really fun to, I guess, interact with people that also like Ninjago as well. That's why I like being a part of this community. I like interacting with the audience. I like interacting with you guys in the chat. It's also, you know, it's also just a good, healthy experience for everybody. I mean, everyone gets to come in here and talk about Ninjagos. So we all love Ninjagos. That's awesome. Why is Dareth following Gale Gossip everywhere? Because Gale Gossip is, I guess, being stalked by Dareth. Because Dareth is a bad person. Don't be a Dareth. Hashtag don't be a Dareth. um, have I done worst set from each wave? I think in the past I've done that again, I want to say. But I could totally do that again too, because obviously it's been a few years since that. So some stuff I do like to remake, like if I've done a video like earlier on, and obviously it's been a couple years, I could always do an update video for that. Um, how much to earn from YouTube? Yeah, that's kind of like private information, stuff like that. What you could do is go on my Social Blade, which gives like a very rough estimate. Um, just go to socialblade.com, type in my name. It gives you a very rough estimate, but obviously it's not exact. So I don't want to give out exact numbers, but it does, I guess, depend on the month as well, as I said earlier. Yeah, there you go. Hashtag don't be a Dareth in the chat. Perfect. Beautiful. I honestly feel like everyone should take those words to heart, because Dareth is not a good role model. He is a bad person. So don't be a Dareth. Will Lloyd ever become a sensei? I feel like that'd be a great way to end the actual story, with Lloyd being a sensei looking over the next generation of ninja. That'd be awesome. But I feel like that'd be an awesome way to end off Lloyd's character arc as well, which I feel like is kind of all over the place. But overall, I feel like they have a very good, I guess, I don't know, what do you call it, like a good path to take for Lloyd's character. I feel like they know what they're doing. Look at all the don't be a Dareth. Amazing. Do you think it would be cool if Siri sounded like a Ninjago character? That could be fun. I don't know how like Siri works for the most part, because I don't use it. We have like the Google things and the Alexa Dot thing, but I don't know. For the most part, I'm not so sure how Siri works. I think we just lagged a little bit. That's fun. Let me know if you guys experienced just a little bit of lag, but I think we're fine. But yeah, I honestly feel like that'd be a great way to end off the series. Lloyd is probably going to outlive his ninja buddies, except maybe Zane. Yeah, probably. I feel like Lloyd has that bloodline in him that'll make him live a long time. And obviously Zane's going to be around for a while too, unless he gets like dismantled or destroyed or something like that. But obviously Zane isn't human, so he's not going to like, you know, he's not going to, naturally die unless something happens to him. Be a Clancy instead. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, don't be a Dareth, be a Clancy. Clancy's nice. Clancy's a good guy. But yeah, going back to the idea of Clancy being like a hybrid, in terms of what tribe Clancy belongs to, I always thought that he was like a hybrid between like a Venomari and an Anachondri, because he has like the same head mold as some of the Anachondri warriors from like flashbacks and stuff like that, but he has the same colors as a Venomari. So I feel like he's a hybrid between two tribes. So I always thought that would make a lot of sense for Clancy's character. I miss Clancy. They should bring him back. Hashtag bring back Clancy. Do I feel like the ninja team will break up at some point? They kind of have done that before, but not so dramatically. I mean, in season 4, that was probably the most that we've seen the ninja kind of separate after the supposed demise of Zane. The ninja team kind of separated and all quit being ninja, except for Lloyd, of course. Um, but I feel like later on they could definitely do that. I feel like the ninja team could split up maybe if there's like some type of storyline that has the ninja go their own separate ways, and maybe they could all, I guess, come back together later on or something like that. I always just thought it would be really cool to have like ninja versus ninja battles too, like kind of like a civil war type thing. That could be awesome. I think he's just a unique Venomari. Yeah, that could be. I just don't know. Like we haven't really seen like, I guess, Clancy express any type of powers. And we actually have Clancy in the chat. Clancy the Snake. Excellent. That's awesome. What if Lloyd turned into a kid again? That'd be weird. I don't think that would do anything for Lloyd's character. I feel like that would kind of, if anything, take away his character progression. I feel like he's here to stay. But I do really enjoy how in the most recent Legacy wave, at the time of recording, they actually did include the young Lloyd Garmadon kind of updated for the modern day. I feel like that's amazing. That's awesome. So I really like that. Clancy is a hybrid. Yeah, fair enough. Hashtag be Clancy. Yeah, don't be Dareth, be Clancy. Dareth is not a good role model. Cannot stress that enough. What happened to the golden weapons after season 10? There's not really an explicit answer for that, but I always thought that they may have, I guess, melted down the golden material from the golden weapons, because obviously they're depowered at this point. I always just assumed that maybe they melted it down and used the gold to create the ninja's new weapons in season 11, because if you look at the season 11 weapons for the ninja, a lot of them do appear to be, I guess, like gold in nature. Some of them do have gold on them, so I always just assumed that maybe they just used the material to make new weapons. So obviously they're not going to be powered by elemental powers anymore, but I always just thought that would have been a good explanation for it, just so that they, don't just disappear without reason. I always thought that they could have been used to make the season 11 weapons for the ninja, which we've seen throughout a couple more seasons, but most notably in season 11, obviously. So, yeah, I always just thought that would have been a very good storyline that they could adopt. Who knows? Do I wish LEGO made a Legacy Klaus? Maybe because the spellbook is in the new Legacy set. Yeah, I feel like overall we're missing like a lot of key villains. Like we haven't had Chen yet in sets, which is kind of weird to me. We haven't had Legacy Chen. We haven't had Legacy Klaus. I wish we can get Legacy Moro as well. That could be fun. Um, but yeah, just overall, I just don't know why we don't have them yet. Um, do I like Wu with or without a cape? I feel like Wu with a cape is actually a pretty cool design. I feel like that did a lot for his character design overall, so I feel like having Wu wear a cape definitely isn't a bad thing. I feel like it's a very good thing for his character. But honestly, I could do without. I could go with or without the cape. I just feel like the cape adds a little bit more. Any Ninjago scenes that you cried at? Yeah, I feel like everyone can kind of, I guess relate to that. I feel like Ninjago has a lot of sad moments. I mean, Zane's sacrifice, Garmadon's sacrifice. There's a lot of sad moments. When Zane got revealed to be a robot and we kind of explained his backstory, yeah, that scene's very sad. But yeah, a lot of folks, I guess, have their experience with Ninjago and being sad with it. So Ninjago's a good stuff. So Ninjago's a good series. Lots of good stuff going on there. Lots of emotions. So How much will Lloyd age in season 14? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the ninja will be aging at all. Lloyd does look older though. Like in season 14, he does look definitely older. So maybe he'll age a little bit. But honestly, I don't really feel like they will age them up at all. I feel like that'd be a good idea, but I don't know. Imagine wearing a mask at home. Yeah, especially if you live by yourself, you don't need to wear a mask at home. If you live with other people and you want to take that extra step, then yeah, go for it. But overall, it's just, I don't know. It's wearing masks. Wear them in public. If you want to wear them at home, go for it. If you want to be safe, yeah, go for it. But I personally just do not. I wear them whenever I go out, which is, should be the given. Who are the first Spinjitzu Master's parents? He came from an Oni and a dragon. He's kind of like a combination of both of those. So maybe his parents are one Oni and one dragon, perhaps. I guess if I had to give you an exact answer, it's not like they're actually like physical people or anything like that. So everyone is a brown ninja. We try to be ninja, but we are the brown ninja. I mean, I guess that's just the sad fact of reality. Maybe we're all Dareth on the inside. That wouldn't be great. Are there more than one Ultra Dragon? I always thought it would be cool if the ninja could have like individual Ultra Dragons, like made up of all of their dragons, because the ninja have had a lot of dragons overall throughout their day. So if they could combine them all together into one Ultra Dragon for every ninja, that could be cool. But then again, I don't think that every ninja has had like 4 individual dragons. So I just want the ninjas to have dragons again. I miss that a lot. I miss that aspect of their characters. They all should have their dragons come back again. So, yeah, I miss the Ultra Dragon too. Unfortunately, he is deceased, which is unfortunate. But there's not a whole lot that we can do about that. Do I think that Lloyd would get his golden powers back? I feel like he definitely should before the end of the series. I feel like that's something that they should touch on as well, and maybe give him that power of the ultimate Spinjitzu Master again. It was kind of showcased in season 3 that Lloyd still needs to tap into more of his powers so he can be at the same power level of the first Spinjitzu Master, and we really didn't see that. So I hope maybe we can get the golden power back, and maybe we can actually see Lloyd do some really crazy stuff with his golden powers. So I definitely feel like he should have it at some point. Do I watch The Dragon Prince? No, I'm not sure what that is. So I can't say. Who created the Oni and the dragon? Who knows? I don't know if there's like some type of higher being that kind of controls all the realms or something like that. I always thought that could have been a cool idea though. But in terms of who exactly created the Oni and the dragons, I couldn't tell you. It's like it's kind of not explained, unfortunately. So, is Dareth following and spying on you? I hope not, man. Do I prefer the Pyro Vipers or the Vermilion? I like the Pyro Vipers a little more. The Vermilion are just kind of strange to me. Never really understood what they were necessarily. The Pyro Vipers are a little bit more entertaining, I'd say. Esphira is a more entertaining villain than any of the any of the Vermilion generals, which I hate all of them. So, um, why do I like the Overlord more than the Omega? Well, the Overlord has a lot more backstory and a lot more character, as well. The Omega is just kind of a bad guy. While the Overlord is also a bad guy, he has a lot of backstory and he has a reason for being bad, I guess. The Omega just kind of shows up and is just immediately like, oh, I'm this evil being. He didn't really have a lot of, I guess, development or time to get development, so obviously that's more of like the fault of the show for not exploring that more, but I feel like maybe if they explored it, maybe I could, enjoy the Omega a little bit more, but as it stands, I personally just enjoy the Overlord a little bit more. What if Wu died? I feel like we will see Master Wu kick the bucket before the end of the series. I don't feel like that's something that Ninjago is going to be able to avoid. I honestly feel like that would do a lot for Ninjago as a whole if Master Wu kind of died, because we've seen him kind of, I guess, quote unquote, die before. But obviously he was just disappeared into the time vortex and popped back up as a baby, which is kind of funny and also kind of strange. Um, yeah, that whole arc with Master Wu was kind of interesting, I'd say. It's kind of an interesting way to bring him back, but I also do like how that was connected overall. They had a very interesting interconnected storyline between like seasons 7, 8, and 9, so I always thought that was pretty cool. Um, but if Lloyd was bitten by the Great Devourer, then obviously Lloyd would be an evil mastermind, or at least he would begin to. Again, it takes a minute for the evil venom of the Great Devourer to fully corrupt a person, so do I want a musical season for Ninjago? Maybe not so much a season, but maybe like a single episode. I feel like that could be fun. They've kind of talked about that before, possibly doing a musical thing for Ninjago, and I feel like maybe they could do that eventually, but I don't feel like it should be a full season. So Do I want a Chima and Ninjago crossover? Not really. They've kind of had a little bit of a crossover before when Lloyd and Moro fell into the realm of Chima during their climactic battle during season 5, but I don't feel like we need a full-on crossover, especially because Chima's not really a thing anymore. If anything, I'd want Ninjago to cross over with something like Monkey Kid, maybe. With only a few minutes left in the stream, guys, the stream went very quick. Let's go ahead and turn it over to rapid fire questions. Anything that I can answer within just like a simple sentence or two, let me know. And that'll be a pretty good way to round out the stream because we are almost at that 1 hour long mark. So, um, favorite minifigure, I really enjoy the original Golden Lloyd. That's awesome. How were the people of Ninjago created? They just kind of came into the picture after the first Ninjutsu Master created the land. Eventually, life just started to appear, which is kind of, I guess, accurate to how things work IRL, if you will. Could Skyler become the Golden Master? Probably not. I don't feel like her power would let her control Golden Power. Um, if any of the ninja were to turn against the others, who would it be? I feel like Kai has the most amount of potential to be a villain, just because of his emotions and just because of the way that he acts. I feel like maybe eventually his jealousy might take him over completely. So I feel like maybe Kai could become a villain. I feel like he's the most likely. Favorite Skylar design? The original, I'd say. Some of her designs in terms of like her rear appearances have been awesome too. Like her Skybound design is awesome, and her Season 8 design is cool, but I still prefer the original one. Am I excited for whatever's in the works for Ninjago 2022? Of course. I feel like 2022 is going to be awesome. 2021, though, is going to be a big year for Ninjago, so I'm very much excited for that more than anything. What's my favorite elemental power? I really like the power of ice, I like the power of lightning, and I like the power of water. I feel like any of those would be great powers to have IRL, if you will. Obviously, Cole's my favorite ninja, but you know, some of the other elements are a little better in my own opinion. Why is Lloyd so weak? He has energy balls. Yeah, I don't know. Lloyd's powers are kind of all over the place. What's my name? It says so right on the channel. You can find it pretty easily. um, Dareth harassing everyone in Ninjago. Yeah, don't be a Dareth, you guys. Don't be a Dareth. Least favorite food? Um, I don't know if I have a specific least favorite food, but I try to avoid like a lot of like different meats and stuff. I'm not like a vegan or vegetarian or anything, but I just don't prefer to eat meat for some reason. It's just me. This video's lagging all over the place. We have excellent connection over here, so it might just be your connection there. Let's answer one more question before we round out the stream here. One more. Okay, well, we can do that really quick. Ninjago Civil War, who versus who? So if we were to split up the ninja team into, I guess, two even teams, who would be on each side? I feel like maybe it could be cool if there was a team maybe led by Lloyd and then another team led by Kai. That could be fun. On Lloyd's team, I'd probably maybe say uh, maybe Jay and Nia, and then on Kai's team, maybe Zane and Cole, perhaps. That could kind of be like how they were in Master of the Mountain, kind of like the gold team versus the silver team. That could work. I feel like overall, a bunch of their, I guess, motivations would need to be explained, but yeah, I feel like overall that'd be a very interesting concept. So that'll pretty much do it for the stream, guys. Let's go ahead and do the end of the stream tradition in case you guys are new here. At the end of the stream, I let everybody spam in the chat. Let's just spam hug, you know? End of the stream hugs, and don't be a Dareth. Yes, of course, include that too if you must. But yeah, streaming information for those of you guys wondering, we stream Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time, with an episode review and a Q&A. Obviously, we're going to be updating this day by day. So every day where I can't stream, I'll let you guys know. Look at all the hugs in the chat. It's beautiful. This is what I enjoy every single stream, just looking at all the hugs in the chat. We're all such a great community here. Everybody loves everybody. No hate, no fear. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for this stream here. Thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for asking questions. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for the donations too. For the few of you guys that donated, thank you guys very, very much. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get back to working on some more stuff. Got a couple more videos coming out today for you guys, so stay around for that. As always, feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw. And as always, don't be a Dareth. Words to live by. Do not be a Dareth. I will catch you guys in the next stream. Thank you so much.